Good morning. So today we're going to be looking at our second paragraph. Yesterday we wrote our introduction one. We're now going to move on to our second paragraph. So here is the Waggle. I'd like you to, whilst I'm having a read of it, see if you can pull out any features, anything that I'm saying that you can spot. So most of the time I am great, and great as I am keeping myself occupied. Now, this might have been a word. Occupied is just another word for busy. You would be so impressed with me. I have even planted my own plants in the garden, and I am taking real care and consideration to help them grow. Consideration means that you're really looking after it and really taking care with it and thinking about how to really help the plants grow or help something. Now I can see why you love gardening so much. It is very interesting watching these plants grow and blossom. I am definitely following in your footsteps. Sometimes I do feel a little under the weather as I cannot come to see you both or my amazing friends, but I know that this isn't going to last forever, and it just means that seeing you and my friends in the future, it will make our meeting extra special. So I'd like you to just have a think of, maybe have a reread of it. What information have I included in there? What features maybe have I also included? Maybe some opinions, maybe some feelings, maybe some flattery you might be able to spot. See if you can spot those features, and then once you have, let's have a look to see if you have got the ones which I've pulled out as well. So let's have a look at the features. So most of the time is using the generalising word because it's saying not always, not never, but most of the time. We've got some feelings. I am great. Sometimes I feel under the weather. If you're feeling under the weather, it means sometimes you're not feeling 100%. You don't feel great. We've got some opinions. You would be so impressed with me. We've got some information about what you've been doing. So I've even planted my own plants in the garden, and I'm taking real care and consideration to help them grow. And finally, we've got some flattery to say that you're following in your grandparents' footsteps and you're really loving the planting. You can see why your grandparents also love the gardening. So there we can see we've got lots of different features in, so we can start to include that. So looking at the second paragraph, you could also try and include some more generalising words, which we just did in the first paragraph, but we could also include some modal verbs. So if we now have another look at the Waggle, we'll be able to pull out where we've used some modal verbs, things like you can, you could, you may, you might, you shall, you should, you must. So we can now see where we've applied some modal verbs to our Waggle. So we've got you would be so impressed. So it's making them think about it. It's making them think that you really care about them. You care about their opinion and what they feel. So you would be so impressed with me. And also now I can see why you love it so much. So we can see if you can try and get some modal verbs into yours as well. So now I'd like you to have a go at writing your second paragraph. Please make sure when you are doing it, please see if you can get some generalising words in it, some modal verbs in it. And in your second paragraph, you need to tell your grandparents or whoever you're writing to about something you've been doing. So this time you could tell them something you've been doing at home or in the garden, or something you've been doing over the half-term holidays. So making sure you've got lots of detail, not just saying that you've been playing in the garden, but you could be saying what you've been doing in the garden. Have you been making some planting some different things, some different plants? Okay, so once you have finished writing your paragraph, what I'd now like you to do is to go back over it and see if you can up-level it anymore. Add some adjectives, some adverbs, generalising words, modal verbs. You could also use a thesaurus or the internet to find some high-level vocabulary that you could find some different synonyms for, and to really make that paragraph the best paragraph that it can be.